What's up, guys? We got a lot to talk about regarding President Biden, the fact that he literally just fell on stage at the United States Air Force Academy graduation ceremony. And I want to explain to you guys why this is important. And I'm going to go ahead and piece everything together for you guys. Because one of the things that really bothers me is the fact that the media is completely ignoring Biden's age, and they've been doing it for years. There have been plenty of people, and it's not just Republicans. There are even Democrats like me who have said, yes, fine, I'll vote for Biden because I don't like Trump. But you can't sit here and tell me that Biden is not old and going through some sort of cognitive decline or just some sort of dementia or something like that. He's old. It's that simple. And one of the main problems that I've had with the media for a while, and trust me, the Republicans are going to have a field day with this one, is the mainstream media, because we know it's all controlled by the Democrats. There's no doubt about it. It's like all left leaning. They have for years tried to pretend that Biden's age doesn't matter. Who cares? It doesn't bother anybody. It doesn't mean anything. He's fine. And now look what we see. We see this man fall on stage off nothing. I don't know what he tripped on. I didn't see any stairs. Maybe the information will come out later on how exactly he fell. But if you just look at this video right here, he literally fell like an old man. Like, I'm watching the video replay while I'm talking to you guys. He fell like an old man. And when he fell like an old man, he could barely even get up. It's actually pretty crazy. Let me go ahead and wait for this video to come up again. Okay, it's replaying right now. So Biden slowly turns, starts to walk, and then he falls. He falls literally like an old man. Didn't even catch himself. Then he tries to get up. He can't get up. He falls back down. And then the Secret Service around him with the suits help him up. Literally looking like somebody's great grandpa. Now, if you're old, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being old. There's nothing wrong with being a grandpa. Nothing like that. But you can't look like this when you're the president of the United States. It doesn't look good. Let me tell you guys another reason why this is so important, okay? The main reason is because of the polling data. According to a recent ABC News/Washington Post poll, remember, this poll came out like 2 weeks ago, 68% of Americans said that President Biden is too old for the job. You got well over half the population that believes that Joe Biden is way too old to be president. Frankly, I'm in that population. I think 80 years old is too goddamn old to be the president of the United States with all the stress, with all the work hours. There's some things that might happen in this country where you got to stay up for several nights in a row. You got to be of a certain age to do that. You can't be 85 years old. And I know he's 80, but you get the point. He's too old. He's just too old. So you got that poll right there. There was an NBC News poll where many Americans said that they do not want President Biden to run for re-election, and his age is a big reason. So no matter what the media says, whether the media wants to ignore it or not, and this is why I do not like the mainstream media. This is why independent media like myself and other people on YouTube and wherever else, Rumble, whatever, this is why those platforms are rising. Because we're not afraid to tell the truth. The media literally takes things and tries to hide it, just completely act like it doesn't exist. Meanwhile, what do the poll numbers say? 68% of Americans think that Biden is too damn old. Let me show you guys something else very interesting that I found. So I actually went on the CDC's website, and what I found was something very interesting. Falling is actually the leading injury-related cause of death for older Americans. By older Americans, we're talking about age like, the retirement age, like 65 or above. When it comes to older Americans, falling is actually a very serious thing for people in that age group. Falling can actually not only injure them or harm them, falling can actually kill them. There are a lot of falling related injuries that cause death in Americans that are over the age of 65. So when you see that the mainstream media refuses to acknowledge that falling is serious and that Biden is old, it becomes a huge problem. You see what I'm saying? So this is why I have to say what I have to say. Obviously, the Republicans are going to have an absolute field day with this, and they should, because it's ridiculous that the media is trying to hide that Biden's old. And here goes the crazy part, guys. This isn't even the first time that Biden's fell. There was a time where he was going up the stairs like on a plane or something like that, and he fell. There was another time where he was walking and he fell. Why does he keep falling? Because he's old. It just is what it is. So I'm definitely in that bracket of people. I am in that 68% of Americans who think that he's too gosh dang old. And this is the other problem with the Democratic Party, because the Democratic Party is basically saying, forget his age. We don't care how you guys feel. We don't care how old this guy gets. He could be 99 years old. We, the Democratic Party, believe that this guy is our best chance at beating Donald Trump, which they're right about that. I do agree with that. I don't think the Democrats have anybody else who could beat Trump except for Biden. So I understand it. It's still wrong for them to do, but I understand it. So that's what the Democrats are thinking. That's more the main reason why the Democrats are trying to paint him a certain way and completely ignore the fact that not only does he seem to have some sort of cognitive decline because of his age, but he's also just freaking old. It's because they want to make him more marketable. They want to make him more electable. They want to make it seem like this guy is fine. There's nothing wrong with him. And he's our best chance of beating Trump. And he's not extreme. And he's not crazy and all these other things. So that's just kind of what's going on there. But hey, man, all I got to say is I don't think you guys can deny what's going on here. He's old. It is what it is. This definitely won't be the last time we see him fall. We're going to see him fall plenty of times. They can do everything they can to try to hide the cameras, hide it, make sure we don't see it. Stuff like this is bound to happen because he's freaking old. And don't get me wrong, Donald Trump is old too. He's only a few years younger than Biden. So don't get me wrong. I know that Donald Trump is old himself, but you guys get the point. That's just where we're at with it. So anyway, that'll go ahead and conclude today's video. Hopefully you guys got something out of this. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.